The best community university partnerships for research purposes are actually organized and focused in a way that represents academic questions and community questions. And that sounds simple, but there is a tendency for academics to approach community with the questions already formed. And those are your questions, and that's great, but I think it's important to get off on a right foot with community partners because they have their own questions. And one of the things we learned that was really powerful is that community partners who don't have an experience or a history of working with a college or university may first be best approached through asking them to accept service learning or community-based learning students so that they get a sense of the relationship and you're building a relationship with some reciprocity in it. And certainly we heard from the partners that students are our common ground because everybody wants students to do well and to be successful. So building a relationship through student interactions, whatever the form, often leads to then the opportunity to talk about research questions. There may be opportunities to just go straight for suggesting a research study, but we know from partner perspectives that they're a little cautious about being subjects and having people say, yes, of course, this is a partnership, and then everything flows one way. And they end up supplying data but not really receiving any particular benefit. And that's the next thing that's really important, is to approach with the opening of, these are my questions, what are your questions, and then hush up and listen. And actually absorb and reflect and understand those and perhaps adapt your own work. And develop a plan with your partner or partners that illustrates sort of the two streams of what you're looking for, what they're looking for. And doing that in some detail is important because we may agree on questions, but partners need a bit of advance warning about the kinds of data or the kinds of processes you're going to use. We find it difficult for partners when we have a plan for the research and then we say, well, you're going to have to identify 100 subjects for us, or you're going to have to invite 30 people to come to a meeting next Thursday. And so we need to actually work out a complete plan as much as we can for what will be the major components of our methods. So you can see it's basically just like how we plan our own research process for ourselves, or if we're working with a colleague. We see our partners as colleagues, and we include them in the development of this at every step. I have